Hello and welcome back to the Sarcastic Geek. Pull up a chair, grab your snacks, get yourselves ready, because after the minute marker, we have the content in which you are looking for. Avatar, The Last Airbender, Episode 15, Bato of the Water Tribe. In this episode, absolutely rips on all cylinders. I actually remember a majority of this episode, likely due to the female antagonist that hopped on screen, because if you were a child in the 90s, early 2000s, you know that there was a wave of goth characters that just transcended screens and made everybody lose their minds collectively. Hi, it was me, the target audience, and well, they got me. In this episode, because I was a teenager at the time, things definitely start really revving up in terms of the seriousness and difficulty pertaining to our gang, as if they haven't already been through enough. Giant sea serpent, giant storm, we had super accurate archers, but now we get to figure out what's in store for the gang after this. Let's engage.
100 years have passed, and the Fire Nation is nearing victory in the war. 2 years ago, my father and the men of my tribe journeyed to the Earth Kingdom to help fight against the Fire Nation, leaving me and my brother to look after our tribe.
Well, that's actually really important information I didn't know before. I know that Dad has been gone for a minute. Like, Dad has been away. But the fact that now, ultimately, we have 2 years as our marker really goes to show how much they've had to grow and change and evolve as a tribe. Because like a year, you kind of get into some general routines, but after 2, yeah, things are going to be very, very interesting as far as emotional maturity kicking in goes.
Hey, look, a sword made out of a whale's tooth. Let me see that.
This is a water tribe weapon. See if you can find anything else.
All right, we are literally starting the episode deep into looking for some member of the water tribe that may or may not be from their southern water tribe. So interested to see where we're going to go with this.
Wait, look!
It's one of our boats!
Is this Dad's boat?
No, but it's from his fleet. Dad was here.
Aang doesn't seem as excited about this as you'd think he'd be, considering, how much he values, this family unit that he has. To see his actual, friends find their family, you think would be kind of high in terms of, importance for him, but apparently not so much.
See, Prince Zuko, a moment of quiet is good for your mental well-being.
Look out! Stay back!
Get back! We're after a stowaway.
There are no stowaways on my ship.
I am not asking her any more questions. We literally were having a quiet moment of tea, and then this monster arrived on our ship, ripped off a metal plate, and just threw it 20 yards over my head. I'm good. I'm good on all that smoke.
He's paralyzed.
Only temporarily. The toxins will wear off in about an hour, but by then he'll be in jail and I'll have my money.
But how did you find him on my ship?
My shearshoe can smell a rat a continent away.
Well, I'm impressed.
So that thing is called a shearshoe. I think most people would only want one if they're a bounty hunter. I can't imagine this is a creature that is either easy to control, or you could get past your apartment in terms of getting them onto the lease with insurance that would be sufficient to cover what damages may transpire. It ripped a metal hull wide open. I can't imagine it'd be good for anything else.
Sokka,
I'm coming with you.
you're not old enough to go to war, Sokka. You know that.
I'm strong, I'm brave, I can fight. Please, Dad.
Being a man is knowing where you're needed the most,
And for you right now, that's here protecting your sister.
I don't understand.
Someday you will.
Okay, so he had a much tighter relationship, it seems, with Dad. Katara was more friendly with Mom. It's nice we're able to get that at least like out of the way early and see that his father was genuinely super caring and super affectionate, but obviously due to the conflict ongoing, was pulled away elsewhere, and he left Sokka in charge, which eventually went to his head, but at the same time, I mean, he was like 12, maybe. Kind of hard to, protect a tribe, at that age and hope for the best. And, well, things did work out.
Sokka?
Bato? Who the what now?
Bato!
Sokka, Katara. It is so good to see you two. You've grown so much.
Hi, I'm Aang.
Where's Dad?
Is he here?
No, he and the other warriors should be in the Eastern Earth Kingdom by now. This is no place for a reunion. Let's get inside.
The most casual, yeah, you can come too. Like, nice to see that we met Bato, but I would imagine because of the wounds that he has on his body, that ultimately, yeah, he's not with the rest of the group, and the Eastern Earth Kingdom is probably, I'd imagine, where Ba Sing Se is, as that seems to be like the deep heart of the Earth Kingdom. We've seen Fire Nation kind of get at least minimalistically to some of the more close knit portions rather than like penetrating all the way to the deepest portions of the Earth Kingdom itself.
Welcome to our abbey.
Thank you. It's truly an honor to be here. If there's anything...
What smells so good, Bato?
The sisters craft ointments and perfumes.
Perfume? Maybe we could dump some on Appa, because he stinks so much. Am I right?
Sokka, are we gonna force jokes now? I told you several episodes ago, when it just comes effortlessly, it's a good joke. When you have to force it, well, it's kind of shit.
Everything's here, even the pelts.
Yeah, nothing's cozier than dead animal skins.
No way. Stewed sea prunes?
Help yourself.
Dad could eat a whole barrel of these things.
Ugh.
Bato, is it true you and Dad lassoed an Arctic hippo?
It was your father's idea. He just dragged me along. Well, the hippo did the dragging.
Seeing Momo like basically hiss at food and want nothing to do with it, it's just crazy work considering he hasn't met a food yet he dislikes. But the fact that Aang is so apprehensive and so against this is wild. His friends are finally happy because they're seeing familiar relations that they have no idea whether they lived or died. And you decide to be a stick in the mud today? Timing could not be worse. Are we just not going to say anything about the human being that was just ejected from a bar? Like at all? Because he was thrown out of the second story window onto the ground. He was still twitching, so he may still be with us, but can't imagine he's having a good time right now.
If you find them, I'll consider the damage to my ship paid for.
Forget it.
Plus, we'll pay your weight in gold.
Make it your weight, and we got a deal.
You got it.
Iroh, she is like 50 or 60 years your junior. Chill. Like this is some island stuff, and I'm not talking the friendly island. You know what I'm talking about. You need to go back to the sage proverbs and peaceful wisdom, and I get she is a pretty young lady. But there's such an age gap here, it is really gross.
Your father said he'd send a message when they found a rendezvous point. If you wait here until the message arrives, you can come with me and see your father again.
It's been over 2 years since we've seen Dad. That would be so incredible. Katara.
I do really miss him. It would be great to see Dad.
It's been far too long, hasn't it?
Aang, really? We're doing this right now? You're gonna do the whole pouting and not everything's about me thing right now? Like you wouldn't have been invited? Like you wouldn't have gone? I understand everybody is on an insanely tight schedule because we have 8 months until we have, the summer solstice, the new comet comes by. Well, the returning comet comes by, I should say. But we should be able to make time with a flying bison to just go say hi, have everyone meet up, and then decide what to do from there. If they want to stay with him, cool. We still have to go do our job because, well, we already had 100 years off. It's about time we got to work, don't you think?
It would be great, but we can't. We have to take Aang to the North Pole first.
Even if we had time to wait for the message, who knows how far we'd have to travel. We don't have time for a long detour.
I'm sure your father would understand and be proud that his children are helping the Avatar.
And look at that. We had already left, but the key piece of information came out. Hey, we'd love to, but can't. Love to, but can't. We're on the Avatar mission. The 8 months is kind of imperative. We're on a running clock here. It's been great seeing you, but we gotta go.
I'm looking for Bato of the Water Tribe.
I know Bato.
Make sure he gets this.
It's the map to Sokka and Katara's dad.
Yeesh. For a child with abandonment issues, you sure are ensuring that other people have to suffer through the same exact thing you are. Avatar chose peace. Now, this day, he chose to be the entire problem.
Out for a bit of fresh air, are we?
We're looking for someone.
I hope it's not Miyuki. Miyuki, did you get in trouble with the Fire Nation again?
Why do we say again? What did Miyuki do? Is Miyuki like Momo, where there's probably several war crimes out for this character, but because they're cute, we're just kind of like, it's totally fine? Like, think of Chopper in Star Wars Rebels. That droid has a kill count higher than Anakin. And I mean all of Anakin, Jedi or not. Think about it.
This ship is sentimental to me. It was built by my father.
Is this the boat he took you ice dodging in?
Oh, we're going to have sentimental moments, but Aang is probably going to continue to be a jealous little ninny because, well, we not only decided to steal the most important piece of information that could help the war, make sure our friends can't go see their parent, and then we hit all the tracks that could have proven our guilt. We are just on a hot streak of crimes. I get we're young, but my God, do you not really care about your friends at all if you're acting like this when you aren't the center of attention?
We have no time for this. Hey, watch it!
Oh, look, he likes you. Care to hear your fortune, handsome?
At my age, there is really only one big surprise left. And I'd just as soon leave it a mystery.
I mean, Iroh. Wow. That's a great recovery. I've already forgiven you for your original sins. Good job, I guess. I mean, that'd be a power couple if I've seen one. One's super tapped into the spirit world, and one's really tapped in at reading what's going on in the spirit world. They could have been something.
Those. Sokka, you steer and call the shots. Lead wisely. Katara, you secure the mainsail. The winds can be brutal, so be brave. Aang, you control the jib. Without your steady hand, we all go down. Your position is about trust.
God, we are just really going to get layered on as like all the signs are literally pointing out, hey, you're an untrustworthy SOB right now. The Avatar, Master of Peace, has chosen war and decided to abandon his friends, his honor, and his glory because he is a little bit jealous. Isn't that great?
Katara, I want you to bend as much water as you can between us and those rocks. Now!
I am pretty sure that that's cheating. But good on you. No one's going to ask how you won as long as you won. And no one asks how you survived as long as, well, you survived. So I guess Sokka's officially a man. Watch out, ladies. He's got awkward jokes, and you may have to suffer through them. I'm sorry for your loss.
You are now an honorary member of the Water Tribe.
I can't.
Of course you can.
No, you can't trust me.
Aang, what are you talking about?
A messenger gave this to me for Bato. You have to understand. I was afraid he would.
This is the map to our father! You had it the whole time? How could you?
Yeah, I can't imagine there was a way that this was gonna go good. I'm totally with Aang that he did the right thing about coming forward because of the guilt that, you know, the gods were literally throwing down upon him. But at the same token, we should have led with, you have to understand, and be like, I did this because I was worried you guys would leave me and I didn't want to have to continue my journey alone. Just come out forward with that. Get up front with the reason you were scared and be vulnerable and hope they understand. You don't have to tell them you have to understand. We don't have to understand anything. All we know is you've committed a heinous crime against us after we just made you an honorary member of our tribe. It's gonna be messy for a little bit.
Good luck.
Okay, you too. Guess I should be moving on.
That would be best.
Dang. That would be best. Excuse me, lady. Like, I don't know how I wronged you, but somehow I'm being lumped in with this. It's like, first, it was such a great honor to meet me. Now you're kicking me the curb? Immediately? I didn't wrong you. I wronged them. But I guess, you know, because they were also your friend, everyone's getting blamed.
That wolf sounds so sad.
It's probably wounded.
No, it's been separated from the pack. I understand that pain. It's how I felt when the Water Tribe warriors had to leave me behind. They were my family, and being apart from them was more painful than my wounds.
Sokka?
We need to go back. I want to see Dad, but helping Aang is where we're needed the most.
Oh, that's a sad sequence. Ooh, that's a doozy of a sequence. Sokka wanted nothing more to impress his father, but he did the right thing and ultimately honored his father through all of his actions, leading the Southern Water Tribe as best as he could and protecting it. I'm sure there were boneheaded decisions made along the way, but it all worked out in the end. So now that we have a wolf without his tribe, I think he's going to be able to relate his pain to being able to realize, without us, Aang ultimately may not get the job done, and he's going to really truly need us. As much as we want to see our father, we're needed elsewhere.
Looks like we're going alone, guys.
Avatar, you must leave.
Okay, I get it. Everybody wants me gone.
A group of people came to the Abbey looking for you.
Who?
A fierce-looking woman with a horrible monster, and a young man with a scar.
Zuko.
The beast was using the scent of a necklace to follow you.
A necklace? Katara!
Yeah, well, all the pieces have finally come into play, and we have to kind of figure out what to do from here. That's just peachy. We have to go find our friends who we don't know where they are, because we didn't really look at the map too much, and, well, Aang's sense of direction is not that great either.
So this is your girlfriend. No wonder she left. She's way too pretty for you.
Where is he? Where's the Avatar? We split up. He's long gone. How stupid do you think I am? Pretty stupid. Run!
We have to at least get that one shot in. How stupid do you think I am? Like, how often is that going to come up in a conversation? Where we're like, very, honestly, I think you're maybe one of the dumbest guys I've ever met in my whole life. Like, you have to really pile on this moment, but I guess Sokka decided to actually go light on the jokes for once.
What's it doing? It's just going in a circle.
I can't imagine that Aang knew in his heart of hearts that big monster, all you had to do was confuse it and then make it fall on its back so you could free your friends. If we had that kind of foresight, though, and we weren't able to see the fact that our friends were willing to stay with us till the end, we really got to work on that skill. Good luck with that. Because Appa said, yo, I am the big dog, and this is my yard. I feel really bad for the people who are running the Abbey and who have to do construction on it now, because that is a giant-sized hole not only in our gate, but inside that wall. Otherwise, big win for Team Avatar thus far. Okay, I thought Appa was going to tank that, but that's unfortunate. What's plan B? Because our biggest member of our team just got incapacitated, our waterbender's down, and we're also down Sokka. What's next, Momo? I would say this fight has gotten crazy out of hand. The Avatar and Zuko are blowing up half the place, and then the other half is big monster footprints being stabbed everywhere because Appa did not take kindly to being whipped, let alone having to fight this absolute monster and behemoth of a creature.
I'm starting to get some feeling back. Ow.
Iroh, what are we doing this episode? One young lady enters the screen, and we've thrown all of our sage wisdom and intelligence clear out the window as far as we could possibly throw it. And now we're stealing? Really? That was easily one of the slickest maneuvers I have seen in an animated show ever. To be able to steal something with your foot lightly enough that you're able to flip it back around to catch it, go into a well, then waterbend that water back into Zuko's face while still maintaining control of the necklace. That's crazy impressive. Okay, I officially hate this creature. Anyone who attacks Appa is an absolute no in my book. It's definitive, it's finished, finito, denzo. Don't care about that creature anymore. Hit it in the space for all I care, and make sure it takes a long time suffering up there. Iroh, did we really cry out her name dramatically as we go out of our way to catch her like a hero? If there's an episode where you're going to live in the doghouse, Iroh, it's going to be this one. I know you're probably wanted for several war crimes that you committed before you left the Fire Nation army, but this could be the worst of them all.
Uncle, I didn't see you get hit with the tongue.
Iroh, my dude, why are you doing this right now? You know what you did, and why did you do it?
I wish I could give you a little piece of home, Katara. Something to remind you.
I'll be okay.
Still, just a little trinket. Maybe something like this?
Aang, how'd you get that?
Zuko asked me to be sure I got it to you.
Oh, that's so sweet of Zuko. Would you give him a kiss for me when you see him?
Sure.
Mwah.
We're kissing Zuko now? Why is that on the to-do list? I get the humor behind it, but I mean, Aang is definitely... He set that up as slowly and deliberately as possible. He's about as bad at romance lines as I am. Trust me, they are not good. There's nothing amazing about it. But that was Avatar: The Last Airbender, episode 15. I gotta say, fantastic episode. June was an absolute menace. Her creature was more of a significant problem than she was. She would probably be significantly less of a person to worry about, a person of interest, than if she didn't have the said creature. I think she may have scaled maybe as high as one of the pirates, but I can't imagine she'd be like something we need to aggressively worry about. But at the end of the day, Team Avatar conquered, even though our trust has kind of taken a bit of a rocky road and we really didn't discuss yet all of the heinousness that not only Aang but Iroh committed throughout this episode. But at the end of the day, I guess this is what makes them human. To err is to be human. And to err would be watching this entire video and not hitting that subscribe button if you're new, and not hitting that like button if you are a returning subscriber to the Sarcastic Geek. I'll see you guys in the next episode.